Yo, paint to the pit. We are back. We are here. Back same week. I told y'all you're going to be seeing
We
more of me. You're going to be
yeah,
seeing more, bro. So
let's
I
get it.
hope y'all enjoying the content because our faces will be out here more often. And if you don't want to see us, oh well. You still got to see us. It is what it is. But how you feeling? How you feeling today, bro? What we
Oh
at day
man.
3 of the NBA season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. It's a good time to be a Knicks fan right now.
Good. Listen, good time to be a Knicks fan, bro. But at this point, the NBA might have to be changed to mean no bets allowed because, bro, the recent
Oh my.
FBI gambling investigation has rocked and shook up the NBA, leading to arrest of key figures, including Chauncey Billups, who is the Portland Trailblazers head coach, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier, and former player slash assistant coach Damon Jones.
Jeez.
Just to give y'all a quick breakdown of what's happening, federal prosecutors allege two intertwined criminal schemes: an insider sports betting ring and a mafia-backed high-stakes poker operation. So Terry Rozier is accused allegedly of leaking confidential player performance information that was used to place hundreds of thousands of dollars in bets.
Wow.
While Chauncey Billups is charged in a separate case involving rigged poker games that used cheating technology and were protected by organized crime families. Damon Jones, allegedly a connector in both of these scandals, using his NBA ties to share inside information, and he also participated in the rigged games allegedly as a recognizable quote unquote face card. It is
Dude.
also being reported that in 2023, Damon Jones used inside information from LeBron. Not sure if it was directly from Bron or someone from Bron's camp, but he used information on LeBron having an ankle injury, and he knew that he wasn't going to play against Milwaukee in 2023 before it hit the injury report. So allegedly, he sold that information for people to bet on the Bucks that game.
Wow.
So crazy. So the FBI, just to put a cap to it, the FBI describes the investigation as a multi-state operation spanning 11 states and over 30 arrests, connecting the schemes to four major New York mafia families: Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese. I'm sorry if I said those names wrong. I don't want no beef. So if there's a way you would like me to correct them, put it in our
We
chat, put it in the
apologize, Mafia.
comments. I apologize. I will get those names right. But the NBA has placed Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier on immediate leave as the league and
Wow.
federal authorities assess the extent of the corruption. Which brings up an interesting question, bro. Like, what do you feel about, sports integrity and legalized gambling by professional athletes? Like, do you support professional athletes being able to gamble? Why? Like, why not?
Wow. Man, perfect question, man. I think about like, I'm privy to what this has become, right? Like, I'm privy to what sports betting has become. Like, it's only been legalized for barely 5 years, I think, something like that.
Yeah, what you mean, like in New York? You mean
Well, like, was it outside of Vegas, right? Like, I think other
outside of
states
Vegas?
just
Yeah,
started getting into like the whole being able to sports bet and like locations
yeah,
and regions. Yeah, like I'm privy to that, and it blowing up, and it's cool, right? Like you get to bet on your favorite players, you play the game. It's gambling, right? Like
yeah,
there's the fun aspect of it, but then there's the reward aspect of it, which has its ups and downs, right?
yeah.
You're betting on your favorite team, and you see yourself win like $1,300. Now you got to keep winning $1,300.
Not 100% though. That's real. That's
Well,
real.
you
I
fall in
agree.
love with the adrenaline of winning and betting. So then it just becomes so nefarious, right? Like you find yourself, I gotta pay attention to these stats. I got like you're
Yeah,
locking into the sport that you love in a completely different facet, completely
that's real.
different. Looking at the sport differently, you gonna find yourself on ESPN every other hour looking at stats.
Yeah,
But just to circle it back to your question, like I said, I'm privy to the idea that this is supposed to be fun, but I think there is a point where it gets to be out of hand,
yeah,
and I'm all for the fans partaking in this experience and I guess growing with the sport in that aspect and betting and betting on your favorite players, I'm cool with that. But I think when it comes to the players, it's just there's a level of like, what's that word, like, I guess honesty that you gotta have, like you're a part of the organization, right? Like you're a part of this business, so it's
Absolutely.
like it gets to a point of like, okay, when is it to when is it like too much,
Yeah.
when it become like dishonest, right? Because you're gonna either gonna have insider information, you're gonna have access to, like you said, injury reports, you have knowledge that regular fans don't usually have.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to
Absolutely.
bet on these games and participate and be in the world of sports gambling, I'm just like, it makes me question, like, damn, like, is this kind of a good idea? Because now look at what's happened, right? Like, look at the new, like, look how major this is. Like, this is like, and there's so many teams and people involved. Like you said, it was like what, 11 states, like something like that is just
Yeah.
it's a lot, you know. So I wonder, like, just for the sake of like just keeping a sort of balance, like, I don't think that players really should be involved. And it's not even just the players. Like, I think this whole entire business and staff, top to bottom, should not really be involved in this, because it just leads to stuff like this. You know, it's like you get that first hit, you get that first win, you win that first bet, you're gonna want to do it more, and then it becomes
Absolutely.
like, you know, like why, right? Like, you're either an NBA player, a coach, you're on the staff in some way, you're a part of the organization, you're winning what, like $100,000 off a bet. Your salary is like 3 mil. It's like
Yeah. No, that's real.
you're throwing all that away for $200,000. You know, like $200,000 in
Yeah.
earnings. It's like, what are we doing, man? But yeah, I just think there needs to be some balance. I don't know what could really come out of this. I don't think it's going to be good going forward. I feel like they're going to want to really put some real restrictions on sports betting. But I just
Yeah.
hope there's balance. I really do.
Nah, for sure, bro. Well, Chauncey Billups did say before the season, he wanted to raise the stakes in poker.
He definitely did.
But all jokes aside, bro, I do think when we was discussing it before we started recording, when you posed the question, I thought it was a great question because thinking about it, I'm like, the immediate answer that comes to my mind, no, I don't want athletes being able to bet while they're active players, right?
Mhm.
But then I say to myself, let me think about it a little deeper. What about individual sports? Like Floyd Mayweather can go to the bookie and say, I want to put $1 million on Floyd Mayweather to win the fight.
Mhm.
That's like legal. He could do that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I would look at that maybe a little bit more. Like maybe my conclusion would be just combat sports, maybe. But I do think like I think instead of running away from it, same thing I feel with a lot of things that pause is in your face, technology, all of this stuff. Instead of running away from it, find ways to embrace it. You
Mm.
know what I mean? Right? And maybe the embrace doesn't necessarily equate to players being able to bet on themselves. Maybe in the NBA, maybe you can start betting on teams or something. I don't know, but like maybe there's a protocol you can put in place. Maybe if you are a player and you want to bet, you can't do it the traditional way. You got to go through such and such. They got to see what the bet is, approve that the bet is something that is not going to, you know, mess up the integrity
That's
of
a
the
good
game
idea.
and then approve the bet. Like if I'm Kevin Durant and I'm a ball fan, I should be able to say, shit, yeah, I think the Mavs going to beat the Lakers. I should
Mhm.
be able to say that as a Kevin Durant fan. You know what I mean? Or if I'm Kevin Durant, excuse me. So I do think that's one way around it because, bro, it's here. It's not going nowhere, bro.
That right.
It's
That's
not.
exactly what I was
It's
thinking.
not going nowhere. The world of same game parlays and DMing your favorite athletes
Right.
or shooting a
Mhm.
tweet when they messed your parlay up by 2 rebounds, bro. That's not going nowhere
And think about it too, bro.
at all.
Like, even this aspect, right? Like, we've seen the NBA sort of almost like we talk about WWE, right? The ring is
For
littered
sure.
with advertisements. You go to
Yeah.
NBA, it's the same thing now. There's
It's the
ads on
same
every
thing.
jersey, on the court. You see DraftKings everywhere. You see FanDuel
Yeah.
everywhere. So how could people not participate? It's another level of engagement. And my thing is like, if it's another level of engagement, how can the NBA say no? We're gonna do away with this. You're taking away a
Yeah.
whole, almost a whole revenue source. Which okay, whether the moral aspect of it, we gotta put that to the side. Like whether you think it's
For
good or
sure.
bad is a whole other theory. But at the same time, like this is a business using another business to
Yeah.
drive engagement and participation. And to me,
It's
I
not
don't think
going
Apple
nowhere,
is
bro.
saying no. I
You
don't think
know, but it's real, bro. It's here and it's in your face, bro. Some
Mhm.
of our favorite podcasts are sponsored by
Yeah,
bookings, like
yeah,
sports betting companies. You know, knock on wood. Hopefully, we up next. You
yeah.
know, we love you. You know, whatever, whoever want to come
Caesar
our way. You
Sportsbook, hit
know,
us up.
hit us up, whoever it is. You know, FanDuel, SeatGeek. I don't never think that's whatever y'all are. Hit us up. We here. But like I was saying, like even some of our favorite podcasts are sponsored somewhat in some way by these sport and these betting companies, bro. That just
Mhm.
goes to show you like their money their money is influencing things,
Yeah,
bro. And you have to, in my opinion, is two things you could always do when something's in your face like that. You can run from it or you can embrace it and figure out a way to make it work within your system of the league, right? I think now we're in the early stages of it where people are getting lifetime bans and people are getting arrested. Well,
Mhm.
gambling itself isn't illegal, but I'm just talking about like the gambling part. But people find themselves getting suspended, you know, getting kicked off the team while investigations are happening.
Mhm.
I say, bro, give it another 5 years. We gonna start seeing less severe penalties, more of a topic about it. It's the same thing with weed. I think it's
Right.
the same thing. I think it was a point in time David Stern was around, bro. You got caught smoking pot, you
It
got
was
the
done.
book thrown at you. Now they don't even test for it. You know what I mean? Because it's like at a certain point you do gotta catch up with the times, right?
Yeah,
Or maybe the time will be you can't bet on the sport you play.
yeah. That's.
That's
Mhm.
maybe that's the solution. Maybe the NBA are putting the bylaws if we find that you have been betting on basketball or we find that you have been giving inside information on basketball, cool, we throw the book at you. But you betting on football, cool.
Cool. Right. Right.
You
Right. Right.
betting on golf, do your thing. So
To me,
I
that
just think
does.
they could put a protocol in place. But
Mm.
my fault, what you were saying?
No, I'm saying like to me, I think that's probably where the balance is going to come in. Like you said, because I don't really think this is going away. It just
Yeah.
it's already where it's at now. It's too big of a phenomenon to just be like, all right, like we nixing sports betting and we're gonna put massive restrictions and regulations on this. What I
Yep.
think is probably gonna happen is because I think when you sign up for these apps, you're already supposed to upload like ID and location and all that, right? So why not
Mm-hmm.
just have it to where okay, you are an athlete. This is a special app you gotta have or updates you gotta download. You gotta upload your ID. You gotta upload like your team, all your information, so that we recognize okay, this is Terry Rozier.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Terry. But
Yeah.
this is Terry Rozier. This is who you are. This is what you
Scary
can and can't do
Terry.
on this app. There, hey, that had to be him.
Oh, hey, it had to be him. Come on, man.
But
Get back on
something
the
like
court.
that would we might end up seeing stuff like that where it's like okay, you as an NBA player are restricted from NBA betting, but you can touch NFL, MLB, etc., etc. Well, you as an NFL player, you're restricted from football. You can do basketball, tennis, baseball, whatever, whatever. I'm
Yeah.
thinking that might be the route they want to try to go.
Oh, bro, the NBA and these teams got money. My thing is hire
Mhm.
a position, make a position. Each team has the gambling holder, or whatever the case may be. If you want to gamble, you're a part of this team. This the person you gotta go see. There's protocols. There's things that the NBA has set that these people specialize in. That the only way you can gamble is through these people. So, like I said,
Mhm.
like a team, quote unquote, bookie. You know what I
Right.
mean? NBA can find a way. Teams can find a way to regulate that. I get no matter the solution, you can find ways that it gets tricky, but at the same time, it's not going anywhere. So as it progresses, you find okay, we didn't have this in the you know, contract at first. All right, now we got to add this to the bylaws. All right, cool. Now we
Mm-hmm.
understand. That's how anything happens. That's how anything new transforms. You have to experience it, and as you have more experience, you figure out, all right, this is how it should be. This is how it shouldn't be. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so
Make
I
those
just think
amendments.
that's what they have to do with gambling, bro. It's not
Yeah.
going nowhere.
Yeah.
Some like all of our favorite rappers, like the culture, everything is like you see people put I bet this on this fight. I bet this on this game. You got some of your rappers that'll post they betting slips and stuff. Like it's here, bro.
Yeah.
People
They posted
gamble.
one picture and it'd be like
And
steak in the corner.
yeah, people gamble. And the most fun that most people gamble is betting on sports.
Mm-hmm.
It's not at the poker table. It's not at the blackjack table.
Right.
It's not shooting dice in the neighborhood. It's it's actually sports. You know what I mean? That's
I
how
want
most
Luca for the
people gamble
25.
if they gamble. You know what? So just have to embrace it, bro. Just really have to embrace it. And I think they do. I think the NBA has always shown to be forward thinking. So it's just fucked up if you get caught doing it now.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
you know, just wait till
It had to be me.
2032. You know? I guess, Luca, Anthony Edwards, wait till 2032. Y'all still be around cooking up.
Right.
Wait till then to start y'all betting. You know what I mean? It's just the way things work. It's just now those people are gonna get hit the hardest, and I won't be surprised if Terry Rozier can't find himself on another team, and I won't be surprised if Chauncey Billups loses his job behind this. Like
Yeah.
these are gonna be the people the NBA make an example out of,
The
bro.
fall guys, yeah. Right.
Just like they did with Michael Porter Jr. brother. They
Mm.
gonna make
Oh
examples
yeah.
out of y'all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
He got banned from the league.
yeah, you are gonna be the examples.
Yeah.
And then you gonna be the bitter people 20, 30 years from now doing interviews when people could bet like it's nothing. Y'all gonna be the ones saying, boy, I don't know why they ain't do that in my day. I
Right.
lost my job behind this. That's bro, that's just the way it
Right.
goes. That's the timeline of it. So sorry it had to be Billups. Sorry it had to be Rozier and Damon Jones. Happy it was nobody on the Lakers. And we can move forward. Wishful it was somebody on the Clippers. Crossing my fingers that it could have been somebody on the Celtics, but it's okay. We're here, just happy it was nobody on the Lakers, bro.
Said,
So,
damn, James Harden. We
so,
almost got
so
you.
shout out to the NBA. Shout out to all of those guys involved. I don't wish jail on anybody
Yeah.
unless you did something like
Unless
assault wise to
unless he was
somebody.
really wild.
Unless you harm someone physically, I
Right.
don't tend to wish jail on people. So I won't be a hypocrite and do that in this case. People got
Mm-hmm.
families and stuff, but hey, you do the crime, you gotta do the time. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
They chose that.
Can't agree more.
So, bro, just quickly wanted to run through these first few days of NBA basketball
Beautiful,
just to
man.
hear your thoughts. Run quickly through the box scores. So, opening night on Tuesday saw the Thunder beat the Rockets in a crazy,
I
crazy, crazy,
watched that.
crazy double overtime win.
Fucking great.
Alperen Sengun finished with 39 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Cooked up. Obviously, the Thunder won that game. Shea cooked up in that game. Believe he finished with 35. Sorry for not having that exact number. I'll be more prepared next time.
Yeah,
But
yeah, 35.
shout out. Yeah, 35. Okay, cool. And then later that night, we could quickly get through this. The Warriors beat the Lakers 119, 109.
We gotta talk about that.
In a great game. Lakers couldn't hit the water from the boat from the 3-point line, so that sucked. But Luka had 43, 12, and 9. Luka doing Luka things. Jimmy Butler shot 16 free throws, which is crazy. But
Right.
shout out to them. Moving on to yesterday's games. The Knicks beat the Cavaliers 119, 111. The Hornets beat the Nets 136, 117. The Magic beat the Heat 125, 121. The Raptors beat the Hawks 138, 118. The 76ers beat the Celtics 117-116.
Mm.
The Memphis Grizzlies beat the New Orleans Pelicans 128-122. Milwaukee Bucks beat the Washington Wizards 133-120. And lastly, the Bulls beat the Pistons 115-111, bro. So simply put, over these past 2 days, any standout performances, any games that you want to hone in on, talk about a little bit more,
Um,
just give your overall thoughts of the first few days. My apologies. I missed a few. Sorry. San Antonio Spurs beat the
yeah,
Dallas Mavericks. Victor Wembanyama 40 and
forget that.
15. Smoked the Mavericks. The Utah Jazz
Jeez.
smoked the Los Angeles Clippers 129-108. And the Phoenix Suns beat the Sacramento Kings 120-116 yesterday. Sorry, did not want to leave out those amazing games as well.
Right. Well, first off, shout out my Knicks. Gotta
Shout out to the Knicks.
Knicks,
Come
man.
on.
Love
Come on
seeing
with
them
it.
play. I'm glad that we've abandoned the 7-man rotation and we don't got guys sweating it out for 45 minutes a game now. It was beautiful to see
Exactly.
15 players get some
Exactly.
burn, the
For
ball
sure.
moving
Shout
and
out to Mike
rebounds.
Brown.
Facts.
I mean,
It's great to watch them play. Yeah, that's about as much as I can say. I won't go get too crazy, but
yeah.
grateful for the Knicks. You know who stood out to me too? Actually, new draft pick, Sixers, Edgecombe.
Yeah,
That
it's
was ball.
home. Yeah,
That was
that
ball.
he can play basketball,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. They were saying he hungry. I'm
He can
like,
ball out.
okay, I believe it now.
Yeah. He can ball out. He can ball out.
Yeah, yeah. Dude is for real. Who else? Just trying to go through these stats really quickly. I mean, this everybody that's balling out right now, I expect this. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like what I did notice, not to take it back to the Sixers though, that people were dumping on Embiid like heavy. I'm just like,
Mm.
damn. I think he ended with like 6 points that game or something like
Yeah, he
that.
looked
Yeah,
cooked. I think
I
he
feel
had
bad.
4. You know. You know. You know. Whoop dee doo. You know.
Crazy,
But
crazy.
yeah, bro. Like I think Joel Embiid, like this is one game, so I don't want to be like, I was watching some of the commentary on basketball, and it's like from one game, the Warriors are championship contenders, and the Lakers are like, but they do that with every team. Of course, as a Lakers fan, I'm just going, that's the one I'm a harp on. But
Yeah.
they do that with every team, and it's just like, damn, one game,
Right.
that's what we got. Like we lost by 10. Like damn. Like we cooked,
It's
but
over.
media, the clickbait aspect of it,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
in that game now too. So
Mm-hmm.
can't hate the player, hate the game, right? So
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think it was a lot of great games, bro. That overtime game, that was some of that, like that Thunder Rockets
Yeah.
game
Oh
to
man.
open the season was amazing. It was dope to see those young fellas get those championship rings. They
Mm.
deserved it. But yeah, bro, 2 overtimes, and then Shea wasn't even playing good the majority of that game, bro. And he
Yeah.
still finished with 35.
Mm-hmm.
Missed free throws, crazy fouls. Like it wouldn't surprise me if that was the Western Conference Finals, to be honest. Like that, like
True
I
that.
could see that.
True that.
It's just that like the Rockets are just huge,
Mm-hmm.
massive team, and they got Kevin Durant, so losing
Game.
Van Vliet was big. Floor spacing on that team seems like it's gonna be a problem too, but they got length, pause, super pause, but they got length, bro. It's
That's the other thing
always
I was saying. I do think they're missing that aspect of that like good, decent, solid point
yeah,
guard. That's
yeah. If they had Fred Van Vliet, bro, this would no doubt be my finals prediction. You know, with the exception of the Lakers, who I think, but
right.
yeah, yeah, So
We're just
that
missing a
was,
few guys.
missing a few guys, just missing the goat, But it's funny they was like, hey, well, the Lakers should be able to do this without LeBron. No, LeBron makes like 35% of our salary cap, bro. We need him. You know what I mean? You, I'm not expecting the $2 million guys to play like they worth $80 million, bro. Like, no. We need LeBron James. I never said we didn't need LeBron James. I know there's some fans out there who love Luka, said we don't need. We need
They
LeBron.
just want him to
All
take
right,
over already.
we need LeBron. But yeah, beyond that, some great games. I'm going to be interested to see how Atlanta develops. You know, with Kristaps Porzingis, Dyson Daniels, all
Oh
of those guys.
yeah.
I'm really, really liking that team. I think even in Dallas, I do think we got to. Wow, this is going to be crazy coming from me. But in Dallas, I think they do need to start D'Lo at point.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
the Cooper flag at point, bro. Like you gotta give
You
that
gotta be
time.
crazy for
You
you.
gotta do that. You gotta do that in spurts.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like I like one of the things in my experience, like watching, where it's like people hype up these college athletes, and Cooper flag is great, but you still have to get used to the game speed and the rhythm of playing in the NBA. I don't care how good you are. Like, unless you're
It's
LeBron
a
James. I
different
don't
beast.
care how good you are. You know what I mean? Like, you still have to come in, understand flow, understand pace, understand sets, all of that stuff. And I'm sure he's a great basketball player. I'm not saying he should never play point guard again this season, but I'm
It
saying
takes
right
some.
now, yeah, you don't. I don't think now is the time you wanna. I don't think you want to start your season 2-10. You
Yeah.
know, like, I don't think you want to do that in the West. I think you want to at least try to stay as close as you can to 500 by the time Kyrie get back. If
Of
they
course.
have 500 when Kyrie get back, that's a win.
Right.
That is a
Right.
win.
And you're
You
gonna
know what
have
I
that
mean?
morale boost.
Yeah. So, like, I think Cooper Flag's gonna be a super duper superstar in the league. But just think the starting him at the point, I'm like,
Yeah.
eh. You
Yeah.
know,
We could wait. We could
like,
wait on that a little bit.
yeah. You gonna be asking a lot of him because now he got to guard those point guards, and he's a great defender. Don't get me wrong, but
hmm
these are great all time point guards you got to deal with. You know
hmm
what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like when you expending that energy, dribbling the ball, playmaking, and then you expending that energy playing all of that defense you got to play on the guards. It's like,
So it's a lot mentally.
you know what I mean? That's Yeah, and I don't think that's the team you had to do that with. I think you can mask a lot of D'Lo's deficiencies because you have all of that size in the paint.
hmm
You can mask his defensive deficiency. You're gonna have to deal with him having games where he's shooting 3 for 13, but D'Lo know how to put the ball in the pocket. D'Lo know how to run a pick and roll. D'Lo know how to run an offense.
hmm
He's just not gonna hit timely shots,
Right.
and that's always gonna be a problem. But you need
You got to work with that.
AD need easy shots. Clay need easy shots. Lively, Gafford, get those guys easy shots. And when you
hmm
get them easy shots, everything else becomes easy. But
Yeah.
that's all I really had on my end on the NBA front on from these last two days. Anything else you got on your end?
Um. Oh man. Fucking the team they played, bro. Fucking Wembanyama, man. I don't even know what to say at this point for this guy, man. It's like,
Different.
bro. It's like, and I see the headlines. They're like, yo, he's here. I'm just like, I'm trying not to
Yeah,
just
for
get
sure.
roped into
For
the
sure.
into the hype, and I'm just like, okay, like, but man, 40 and 15, and just
Mm-hmm.
dude, like the game. When you see him play, it's so easy for him, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I get it. You 7'5", 6", whatever height you are. I get it, man. But shit, it's it's
Yeah.
it's he's here. It's gonna be a problem, man. They just continue to get the right pieces around him and work within the offense and build that
Mm-hmm.
team. That man, it's Spurs basketball. Like
Yeah.
that's gonna be a fun team, man. I'm
Yeah.
glad that he's back though, because I know he had the injury as well with the DVT and all that. I'm just glad to see him back. That's
Shout out to
that he
Wemby,
seems,
man.
yeah, he seems like a guy that's just humble. Like he just come to play, he show up. Like that's a guy you want to see win. It's like how can you hate?
Yeah.
uh,
Like guys like Victor Wembanyama always make me think like of how like medium or and San Antonio's not a small market by any stretch of the imagination, but
mhm.
it makes me always think about how we view players that aren't in big markets. Like why don't we have the conversation of Wemby being the face of the league? No, I don't think his name is a name that gets thrown in that hat consistently. I think the most common names you hear over the past maybe 3 to 5 years has been Anthony Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard John Morant pre-gun scandal. You heard Shea, and you heard Luca and Jason Tatum. Those
Giannis?
are the names
No
that you've
Giannis?
heard. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't put Giannis in that batch. You know, I think Giannis a little older than those guys. But yeah, we could put. I don't even know the age. I could even be wrong about that. But yeah, we could even put Giannis in there. Just the point that I was making. We don't often say Wemby, but
Right.
but if he was on the Knicks, would we?
Well,
If he was on the Lakers, would we?
but the only problem I have right there is I think that's more so just like how the fan base is. They're gonna want to do that. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like it's the
yeah,
same way they talk about Brunson, right? They want to make Brunson like a face. Like that's just Knicks fans
yeah.
how they are. So, but you do got a good point. You do got a good point.
But
That
that's
is true.
but that's how you build like that's how you build eyes and attraction and view because the point of sports is to be cinematic.
Hmm.
That's why we watch them. We want the highs, we want the lows, we want our anxiety to go up. We want to be at the edge of our seats. So
Yeah.
it's like that's why the storylines matter. That's why the way you position players matter.
Hmm.
If you got if you got a Kobe Bryant on the Lakers and Paul Pierce on the Celtics, you can position that better. We probably wouldn't view that the same if it was Kobe Bryant on the Lakers and Paul Pierce's Hornets that was going to the finals. It's not as much cinema because we don't have the history. We don't have the same thing with the fan bases. New York is a loud fan base. When you're in a loud fan base and you're in the media capital of the world,
Yeah.
that's why your players get heightened.
Yep.
So that's where I don't want to take it all the way down that rabbit hole because that's a deep rabbit hole.
Uh,
But
the
I always
fans.
think about that when I think about guys like you can't walk in the street and ask the casual or just ask a random who is Victor Wembanyama and they tell you the team he play on and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm
It's getting there,
I'm
but yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure you probably can with LeBron, but I don't want to put that up there. I'm sure you probably can with Ant Edwards. I'm
Yeah.
sure you probably can with John Morant. I'm
Hmm.
sure. Why? Because of the markets.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
so like to me, I say all that as praise for Victor Wembanyama. That's not an insult by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
That's praise because it's like that guy. Like we need to be seeing more of him on primetime TV. You
Mm.
need to be pushing that guy in our face. Pause. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't.
Yeah.
I get it. It's opening night, and it's against the Mavericks. So I understand why they got the ESPN slot. It's going to be interesting for me to see how many more primetime
Yeah.
slots the
Right.
Spurs get.
Right.
You
That is
know.
true. That is
So
true.
I think also the league pushing its stars too kind of matter, but at the same time, sometimes you can just take the route of being an all-time great and not being that face
That
like
guy.
a
Yeah.
Joker.
Right.
Like a
Yeah.
Joker. Joker might go down as top
He's
three
not
center all
kidding.
time. And he just around there not caring. But I could argue that that's terrible for the cinematic perspective of the sport. You know what I mean? I'm
Hmm.
not talking about the purists. Like we're purists. We enjoy ball. So
Right.
we're gonna always give Joker his praise. But it's the same thing that sort of people say about Tim Duncan. Same thing people said about Kawhi, where it's like these guys aren't like promoting the league, promoting the brand, like
They just are who they are.
heighten
Yeah.
in they just are who they are.
That's
You're
true.
not gonna see them sit down with Speedy, or they're not gonna go sit down with you ain't gonna see Joker sit down with what's the young lady name that used to do the TNT? Just any reporter in general, you're not gonna really see that. You know what I mean? There's not gonna be like a crossover where you see, you know, Tim Duncan at the Taylor Swift concert, just shit like that, where you being a little bit bigger than just going on the court. But I respect those players
That's
too for
true.
that. It's just
Yeah. Yeah. Because like
to me,
everybody you mentioned, there's like when you see the edits and the ads and the highlights, there's a flashiness to the game. Whether or not they
Yeah.
play spectacularly is a whole other conversation. But we see it with they're selling us like John Morant, for example. They're selling us
Yeah.
the hype and just the wildness that he brings.
Yeah.
Dunk over somebody or do something crazy or he taunting or whatever. Same with Ant Edwards, he trash talking KD or he just being vocal on the court and playing the way that he plays. That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very relevant. Same thing. Like you going into the parks. These kids not trying to say I'm trying to play like Joker.
Not trying to be
And,
methodical. I'm trying to
and
dunk.
if a kid say that to me, I'm like, oh, you gonna be elite with the capital E. You know what I mean? But kids not. Nobody thinking of like, okay, I want to impact the game in every area
Right.
offensively. You know.
Yeah.
I want to impact it. I want to do it like that. I want to make sure my teammates eat, but I want to be able to know how to get mine. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just not that. It's just that mentality, bro. The fun is in the scoring, and if you're getting crazy buckets and looking flashy doing it, that's who I want to be. That's always been the nature of sports.
Yep.
You know,
Got to be
we treated
the it guy.
how we treated Odell Beckham after that one catch with the Giants. It was like because,
Bro.
bro, it's the cinema.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
now you getting different looks because you're
He
drawing
was
eyes. So
he was league
shout
wide,
out
bro.
to
He was everywhere.
Wemby. I say all that to say, Wemby, come to the Lakers. I say all that to say.
That's our selling point.
You can call me biased all you want. Come to the Lakers. If you can't make the Lakers, go to New York.
Right.
The Knicks,
One of
not
us
the
going
Nets.
right, yeah, right. You gotta make
Not
that
the Nets.
distinction.
Let's be clear, please,
Do not go to Brooklyn, bro.
please, please. As a New York native, please. This is my PSA to all great athletes in the world. Please, if you come to New York, please. I don't know what y'all saying. Who is this guy? I don't know no Dwayne. Fuck Dwayne. I get all of that. But please, if you come to New York, please do not choose the Nets. Please.
They're
Please.
gonna put you
And
on
I'm
your
talking
team.
about elite all-star superstar players. Now you mid-tier niggas, get your money.
Oh, crazy.
I ain't knocking you niggas. You bums,
The
get
Cam
your money.
Thomases of the world.
But if you got options, you know what I mean? If you got options for max contracts amongst multiple teams, and the Nets and the Knicks come across your desk, please, whatever you do, don't choose Brooklyn.
Don't choose Brooklyn.
Don't just please.
Moral of
Don't
the
choose
story:
Brooklyn.
stay away from
Don't
beach.
choose. Don't choose Brooklyn. Don't choose Brooklyn. Listen, if those Brooklyn guys chose New York, I think they'll still be here. But that's a whole nother conversation for a
Mm-hmm.
whole nother time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that way, COVID or not. I feel that way. I feel that way, COVID or
Whether
not.
or not
They still would have been here, bro. It's bigger when you in the blue and orange, bro. It's just different.
they call it the
It's
Mecca.
just different. You going to play in Madison Square Garden 41 times a season, bro. That's just different.
It's different. It's a
You know?
different animal.
It's different. But
It's not like that.
I'm gonna get off my soapbox. We ain't gonna be an hour because I could have stayed on that soapbox for another 30 minutes. I'm gonna get off it. I'm gonna get down because it's certain things are just crazy to me. Like, I'm not. Hold on, bro. Give me 2 more minutes because this
Go ahead, bro.
this is real shit though, bro. This is real shit, right? And another thing, since we're on the topic of the Nets, right? I was watching the video. I was watching the Mellow podcast, which is another one of my favorite podcasts, right? And please, if you haven't seen this episode, please go watch it. Stephen A. Smith was on there.
Shit.
Stephen A. Smith looked in the camera and said, and I may be paraphrasing a little bit, Kyrie's a good brother. He knew something that we wasn't on to at the time. Maybe we should have listened more because now there's so many controversies with the vaccine. I said, nigga, what? Bro, I ain't never get more irritated in my life, bro. We watched you bash this man for weeks upon months upon years for his decision
I
of
don't like
what not to
Stephen
put in his body, bro. This wasn't even, and this is why I got so frustrated because I'm like, bro, this is an injection.
Yeah.
This shit ain't an armband he gotta wear in honor of a racist. I'm like, Kyrie, put that shit on, man. Get out there.
Right.
Put that Ulysses S. Grant name tag on and go play basketball. You know?
Go do what you gotta do.
Go do what you gotta do. Bro, it's an he said, yo, Kyrie, that's a good bro. I was like, Stephen A, what? Bro. Huh?
Textbook Stephen A.
But that's the point we was making the whole time, bro. It's an injection. I never forget that, bro. I remember he had Isaiah Thomas on there. He was like, y'all would have held y'all teammates down and made them take the what grown ass man, bro. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got a lot of respect for Stephen A and what he's accomplished, and I enjoy. I ain't gonna be one of those people act like I don't enjoy listening to Stephen A. I ain't gonna call him trash. I ain't gonna call him stupid or out his name because I don't think he's any of those things. I think that man is highly intelligent. But it's like, come on, bro. Like these are the things where it's like when people say you on TV every day, you got to be careful with what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the reasons. And bro, we are all human. We are not above mistakes. You don't make the same mistake for a year and 2 years and it's still a mistake. Maybe you go on First Take one time and you bash him for it if that's your opinion. But once you start saying, hey, there's not enough definitive information. Hey, there's controversies. Hey, there's people passing pardons for Anthony Fauci and he's not even arrested. Hey, there's all of these things going on. Let me sit back and say, wait a minute. No, you went out there and bashed that black man, bro. Bash that black man. It's just like certain things. It's like for me, it's hard. It's hard for me to get past. And again, who am I? Stephen A. Don't care if I get past it. But I'm just saying, since we on the topic, it's like you know what I mean. Where it's like being in this space, watching that. I overtalk sometimes because I try to be careful with the words. Mm-hmm. Because I watch people like do shit, and you like, damn, and like you gonna get the ratings off of that. You're going to get all of the views, all of the promotions. And then after all of that shit comes in and settle, you're going to apologize. That's the media game, bro.
Right.
You going to apologize now? You done got all of the views and then all of the mentions and everything from that video. You didn't take it down. So it's like, how am I supposed to think anything coming from that is genuine? He's a good brother. He been a good brother. He was right when he was saying it the first time. Unfortunately, niggas made us get it here. And that's a whole nother conversation. People can say what they want, but when your livelihood's on the line, certain things you can and can't do. We ain't going to turn it political, though. But I say all that to say, bro, that's my hot take from sports. We jumped right into that segment. Hot take from sports. I watched that podcast. That's my hot take. It's like, come on, bro. And that's something in media where I get tired of seeing, black people rise by being like aggressive or insulting or demeaning. And then once they make it to wherever they want to make it to, then they're mental health advocates.
They flip it.
They're apologetic. They care about no. You just got to the point where you shitted on everybody you needed to get where you got, and now you at the pinnacle. It's like mental health. Yeah. Let's focus on our mental health. I was a different person 5 years ago. No, the fuck you wasn't. No, fuck you. Only difference you had, you was broke and you did anything to get to the paper. And now that you got to the paper, that's the only difference you was. I was different. I've grown. No, you didn't. You got more money. You didn't grow. You got paper. It's okay. I was a different person 5 years. Yeah, broke. That's it. That shit different. Broke. And that's why for me, bro, and I roll, I'm gonna take that shit to heart because that shit was crazy. But moving the segment to you, anything wild or anything that you want to highlight from the world of sports? Sorry, I did
Oh,
not transition into that segment smoothly, but we here.
nah, you good,
We're
bro.
here.
Oh man. Damn, what's been going on? I mean, nothing I can think of right now. Like, I'm just glad NBA is back, man. I'm hoping my lovely Knicks continue to thrive. I'm just excited to keep watching. Actually, looking forward to the games tonight. I know there's like two or three games tonight.
Yeah, NBA
Yep.
Finals rematch. I think we got the Nuggets
Mm-hmm.
Warriors. So
Oh no.
the NBA Finals rematch ain't worth nothing. Right there about that. Ain't no Tyrese, no Tyrese. So yeah, no nobody. Basketball, Tyrese, go get ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch that clip of Giannis man. He ain't get that basketball.
Yo, running,
Tyrese,
chasing him.
ball. I ain't gonna have me shook. I ain't gonna hold you. A big old 7 foot
Yo,
ball. When somebody that size don't even say sentences, yeah, leave them
thanks.
niggas alone. Tyrese,
Yo, and he could slap
ball.
you across the room. Like, nah, you got it, bro. Whatever you need, I got you.
You got it, man. But shout out to y'all. Paint to the pit. We are here. We're back. We're gonna get this episode out to y'all. Like I said, always like, share, subscribe, all of
Mm-hmm.
those weird things that people tell you to do in every content
Mm-hmm.
creator video.
Thanks.
Do those things here for us as well. I
Yep.
mean, y'all know the lingo better than us. So do all of those things that make us go viral. Appreciate y'all. Paint to the pit. To the next time. We are out.
Eat.